Dear poverty, my grandmother knew you so well. My father found pride in your presence. I watched and listened, an inheritance I knew not what to do with. Leaving you feels like divorcing my ancestors, a whole line of wonderful men and women who accepted you. Letting you go feels like sticking a finger up my nose and telling mom in her face that I'm better than her. For the longest time, I associated you with love. You convinced me being with you was safer, peaceful. You told me the rich never sleep. You implied they are never truly loved. You said they aren't as happy as they seem. You insisted they were shallow. I believed you then. I might not know much about millions of dollars, but I've hung out with you enough to know you are not worth it. Yes, my parents stayed with you. They laughed through the pain. They loved in the midst of hunger. They created in the smoke of lack. I choose different. I choose endless possibilities. I choose options. Poverty, you're not worth it. You love seeing generations die with unfulfilled dreams and hopes. You clap hands when plans don't come together due to lack of money. You ululate as soon as personalities are hidden behind I can't afford it. Thanks, but no thanks. I learned nothing but low self-esteem from you. May you be lonely all your days. No one deserves to spend even a second with you. Goodbye, poverty. P.S. You're a sick disease. Hello, wonderful people, and welcome to this video. What you just heard is a letter that I wrote a few years ago to poverty. This is a practice that I encourage everybody to make it as part of their daily routine, and that is writing to whatever it is that you're struggling with, an emotion that you struggle with, that you don't know really how to express yourself, a person, a situation. Like right now, poverty, you can tell the struggle that was there. You can do that too. And it's very powerful because what pen and paper does, and it's so amazing, what pen and paper does is that it gives you this opportunity for no judgment, no criticism, no rush. No, you can go at your own pace. You can write one line today, one line tomorrow, and you're able to express yourself without wondering, am I saying too much? Am I being mean? Am I being harsh? Am I being too nice? It's just you. Even if you are choosing to write a letter to a person that you feel like you have some difficult pent-up emotions with, you don't even have to send them that letter. It could be just a way for yourself to express yourself and let it out. So that's what this is about. And on this video, I really want to talk about the lack mentality and how that affects how we appreciate and accept pleasure. Before we get there, I do want to invite you to a wonderful, beautiful, soul-fulfilling online retreat that will be happening on the 4th of November. The retreat will be 6 hours. You can choose which hour you want to attend. You can attend 1 hour, 2 hours of the whole thing. And what it is, it's sexuality beyond sex. And if you can just look at my videos, you can tell that I have this belief that sexuality goes beyond the sexual act. It goes beyond what we identify as. It goes beyond who we decide to share our space with. It is way more than that. And I would like to express that through art, through dance, through little chats, through food, on the online retreat that's happening on the 4th of November. For more information on the online retreat, there's a form below. Fill it in, and then we can start chatting. All right, so that's that. Back to today and what you just heard on the poetry slash spoken word that you heard. It made me think about the lack mentality and how that affects who we are and how it affects how we show up. I made some notes. And when I speak of poverty in this letter, you might think that I'm talking about somebody who's just like not making it, not making ends meet, or countries that are not making ends meet, but it's deeper than that. To me, you can be in a state of poverty with millions in your account. You can be in a state of poverty with nothing. It doesn't go according to what you have, because listen to this. And what I used to go through was, I would have, when I donate, if I don't have money, the thought pattern would be, when will I get money? How will I pay my bills? Am I even going to get it? How will I make ends meet? That's the thought pattern. And then there's money. Another thought pattern comes is, am I spending too much? Am I saving enough? Am I investing enough? What if I lose this job? What if I lose this business? Whatever it is that is happening at that time. So as you can tell, that these are two different situations. However, in both the situations, you can see the lack mentality. Whether I feel like I am lacking in skills of using money, or I feel like I'm lacking in skills of making money. So the lack is there. And even with like maybe plenty of money, billions even, someone might feel like, what if the economy crashes? What if where I've invested my money crashes? What if this and that? It just, there's a lot that can happen even if we do. So now that we're clear about what is it that I am talking about when I speak about poverty, that it's not about the state of your income, it's really about the state of your mind. And I'm not saying that having millions in your account is not real. I'm not saying that having nothing to eat is not real. These are both real situations. What I'm focusing on right now is who I am inside, because the flip-flop of I feel bad when I have it, I also feel bad when I don't have it, is not helping anybody. And you don't see this with money only. I think you've seen it also with relationships, where when someone is single, they're like, oh, if only I can just have a partner. I want to have a partner. This would be so nice. And then the partner comes by, and then they find something new to complain about, which is like, oh, if only my partner was doing this, if only my partner had money, if only my partner didn't have money, if only they have time for me, if only they were perfect, any if onlys. And you can tell that the lack is everywhere. There was feelings of lack when the person was single, and there was feelings of lack when they were with someone. So that's the lack mentality. Now, I want to look at now the money and the pleasure situation, and how our view of money is connected to how we are able to receive pleasure. Not just sexual pleasure, all kinds of pleasures in the world, like the warmth of the sun, the warmth of a hug, the beauty of the world, the love of our minds, and all of those things, the pleasure. And why it can be sometimes difficult for us to receive pleasure. Yesterday, I don't know if you've seen the video, I spoke about someone who couldn't just buy themselves a little packet of olives even though they knew they liked it. Those kind of little pleasures, and even big pleasures. And one of the reasons we do not take easy to take pleasure, and many of us are in that, has to do with the first question we ask ourselves when we feel like extreme, immense pleasure is, what's the catch? What's the catch? Is it's too good to be true. It can't be true. So because always when we are buying something or using money, if you feel like this thing is too reasonably cheap or whatever, it's like, this is too good. What's the catch here? Or someone just comes and say, hey, here's a lot of money. You want to know what's the catch. So we feel the same thing about pleasure, that if I'm feeling so great and so wonderful, another shoe is probably going to drop or something is going to happen. So that's the first reason we don't appreciate pleasure or accept pleasure as we would want to. The second one is that the person that's providing you the pleasure, if it's a sexual interaction, the person that's providing you the pleasure, you start to have some questions in your mind, subconsciously, of course, of like, what do they want? What if, like, for example, our parents who were providing for us, we're providing hugs for us, we're providing food for us, shelter for us, also had the right to punish us. They had a right to either spank us, they had the right to say, go to your room, they had a right to take all of your cell phones away at any point and take your happiness away. They could give and take it as well. And that's what we feel when we are in an intimate situation. It's like, if this person can give me pleasure, they probably can take it away. And that leaves us in a more intense situation of like, when are you planning on taking it away? And that's when relationship games start being played, because we understand that if they can give us the pleasure, they can take it away too. And then the last one is, am I doing it right? That's always the question. You could hear the mindset that I had before, which was, am I spending enough? Am I spending too much? Am I investing? Am I saving? Just this thing of like, is this the right way to do it? Is this the right way to eat? Is this the right way to drink? Is this just finding, how am I doing even in the midst of pleasure? Is this the right way of pleasing somebody? Is it the right way of getting pleased? And all those questions. And that is something that blocks us from pleasure. And I'm hoping that you are coming on the 4th of November, because I want to share some ways, some really practical ways, like breathing techniques that help with allowing yourself to open up and accept more pleasure, and allow more pleasure into your heart, into your soul, into everything. And it's very important, because but the first step definitely is acknowledging that this is what's blocking me from pleasure. This is what's giving me like some discomfort around pleasure. It has to do with some mindset that comes with that, and most of that mindset comes with our relationship with money, because we know how money, we have a relationship with money where it has hurt us, and it has also brought us a lot of joy. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's been fantastic. I would like to see you on my Discord group, and I would like to see you again on the next video. Have a wonderful day.